So this is going to be part three to the moving average screener. We're going to get a weekly relative volume. We've already got a moving average screener on the moving averages. Now we have a daily relative volume screener off of that, and now we're going to get a weekly relative volume screener for the people who want to look at longer term time frames, or maybe just want to do this on a Sunday morning, don't have the time during the week. If you're not interested in weekly time frames or longer term time frames, this video won't be for you. Don't want to waste your time. Just wanted to get that out there. But that's what we're going to get into in this video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so just make sure you watch the moving average screener video because there's some stuff that's relative to that. We are pulling the Q, we're going to be pulling the Qs over, and we use ETFs to do the lookups on for our screening. So we're screening for weekly relative volume in this video, and we're going to use the Qs. We did a video on moving average screener. We did a video on daily relative volume. You probably don't need to watch the daily relative volume video, but you definitely probably should watch the moving average screener video. We're just going to create another tab here called weekly relative. I called it W with a little dash and then R ball, and then go ahead, you can call it whatever you want, and go ahead and columns H or cells H1, I1, and J1, put these headers in, and then we're going to go into cell B1 here, type in equals, open curly brackets. We're going to go back to our moving average screener. These columns should be closed if you're following along, so you're going to have to open them up. We're going to grab columns C through H and then close our curly brackets and hit enter, and that's going to bring back all of our data for in alphabetical order. Now we need to get weekly volume, our 10-week average volume, and our relative volume. So the first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to highlight. These are a little bit long formulas, so I'm just going to highlight each one of them, and then I'll walk. You can just go ahead and pause the video and put them in. So this is the first one. Now I just want to point out we're looking back at the last 7 days. If you have a holiday like we just did, today is January 21st, so Monday we had the holiday and then the weekend. We're only actually getting 4 days of data because it counts all the days where the market is closed. So just keep that in mind. This is ideal to do on Sunday. If you're doing research, the ideal time to do this with this weekly volume, relative volume screener is on Sunday, anytime Sunday morning into Monday morning before the market opens. Other than that, I would probably just use the daily relative volume, but it's up to you. I'm just clarifying that. And then in cell, hopefully you got that in now. I'm going to click off of that. On cell I2 here, just go ahead and put in this formula, which is a little longer, but it's right up here in the address bar. I just want to point out right before Google Finance right here, this is actually a curly bracket. So that's going to be your open curly bracket. And then that curly bracket closes just before, so we have a closed parentheses here, and then right before that is the closed curly bracket. Okay, so it's the second to last one here of the four here. And so I'm just going to leave that up for another second so you can go ahead and copy that. That's the formula you need for the 10-week average volume. And the reason we have minus 70 here is, like I said, because we don't get our weekend days. So 7 times 10 is 70, and that gives us the last 10 weeks. If you wanted 20 weeks, you would put 140 for here and here. If you wanted 5 weeks, you would put 35 here and here. So you can do it whatever time you want. I'm using the 10-week time frame here. And then to get our relative volume, you're just going to put in equals if error, and then it's going to be H2 divided by I2. And then you're going to take that, and you're going to be looking up lots of ETFs that are different amount of stocks. So I would put like 2,000 plus rows in here and drag it all the way down. Because you may look up the SPY that has a little over 500 ticker symbols in it, or some small ETFs have even more than that. So the next thing, now that we have all that data, we have the relative volume, but it doesn't come in a good order. We don't, it's hard for us to determine. We want to see who had the most relative volume. So we're going to do a query here in cell L1. We're just going to type in equals query. And we're going to grab this whole table. So we want all these columns, B through J, and then comma, and then open quotation, select, and then we want the star here. I believe that's Shift 8 or the multiplication sign, and then it might be Command 8 for Apple. I'm not positive. I think that's what it is. And then we want to order by J because we want to order this by relative volume. This column here, J. And then DESC for descending, close quotations, comma 1, close parentheses, enter. And that'll bring back all of our data here. So Intuitive Surgical had the most relative volume. Now, we're done working with this here. We don't really need this. This is an alphabetical order. It's not helping us. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and close all these. If you wanted to make this real nice, you could do this query into another tab. But if you're just using it for yourself, this is fine. And then highlight them all and then just hit hide columns. And now you don't have those anymore. Now we're going to get the previous close and then the change from the previous close. Okay, so this is where our previous close is going to go, and I'm going to show you how to get that in a second, but I just want to point something out. So this is going to be from so it's January 21st today. January 17th was Friday's close. January 10th. This is going to be from January 10th, and I'm just going to explain to you why in a second here. So the reason that you want to do this on a Sunday is because you want to look up last Friday's close compared to this Friday's close. So that number we got was January 10th was this number. And when we're looking at relative volume, we want to compare that to this number, which is going to be the price that we would have. And if we go back here, the 592.64. So right now I have the current price, but if you're doing this on a Sunday, as long as you have we have this in here the way we have the current price, that's going to be Friday's close. So you're going to have the current Friday close to the last Friday close, and then you'll get the differential. And the way you get this in here right here is this formula here. So same thing, go ahead and just pause the video and go ahead and put that in there. And that's how you get the previous, not the previous Friday's close, but the Friday before. So because you're going to compare the most recent Friday to the Friday before that to see if we have relative volume. And right now it's comparing it to this price right here, which is different than what the Friday close for Intuitive Surgical is. So this is why for the weekly relative volume, you want to do this on Sunday morning or anytime during Sunday into Monday morning market open. And then once you go ahead and pause the video and get all that in there. Once you get that in there, we'll just, last thing we'll do is just get the change from the previous close, because we don't know if this is up or down from the previous close when we're looking at this on Sunday morning. So we'll just do that real quick. So it's going to be equals. We're going to grab our share price. We actually want to, let's put this in parentheses. So it's equals, open parentheses, N2 minus U2, our previous close parentheses, divided by U2. And that's going to tell us how much we're up or down on that week. So, and then you just take this and go ahead and drag this all the way down. And now okay, so like right now we know, so Intuitive Surgical has relative volume and it's up. And that's based on today, which is Tuesday. Like I said, you ideally want to do this on Sunday. But if we were to look at Monster Beverage, that has relative volume as well, but it's down. I believe we have Intuit that has relative volume as well, and that's down. So that's how I would use this to determine what stocks have relative volume, where they are in relation to their moving averages, and then determine how I want to approach these stocks for the week or the months coming ahead. That's how I would use the screener. If that was a video that helped you or something that you found value in, consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching.